all 37 fruits in Blox Fruits. Starting off with Rocket. Rocket fruit replaced the Kilo fruit, and it's a very good fruit for beginners. It's always in stock for like 5k berries, so for PvP, Rocket is shit. Reason being, the moves doing barely any damage, and they're just so easy to dodge. So this rockets to D tier. Shadow is a beast. Crazy, insane damage, and that healing with Nightmare Leech is just you. That's rad. So A tier. The Phoenix fruit isn't the best for grinding, but man, it's a pain in the ass for PvP. That healing ability makes it super annoying when you're up against it, just like these damn iFidgy fans. In a nutshell, this fruit is awesome when it's fully powered up, but hitting is like driving while being drunk. All in all, it goes into the high B tier. The small fruit is very good for grinding since it's a Logia fruit. However, for PvP, the small fruit struggles like smoke in the new world. The moves are predictable and have short range, but being a starter elemental fruit still gives it value, so I would rank smoke in the lower C tier. Alright, now let's shine a light on Kizaru's fruit. It's like the ultimate grinding fruit for a first and second seed. Not only does it bring the elemental advantage, but man, the damage is seriously high. Let's not forget those AoE attacks it pulls off. But hold on, it's a whole new level of power when awakened. You can see this in PvP through the stun moves and the fastest flight move in the whole game. But there are other fruits we will cover up later that make this one seem like a joke, so high B tier. Despite being uncommon, Falcon is really bad. Not only for grinding, but also in other areas. It only has a single AoE move, also in PvP, because its attacks can easily be dodged. I would put Falcon fruit firmly down in D tier. Next is the almighty S++ fruit, the Kilo. No, it's dead, rest in peace. Gravity is just so normal. It deals average damage, average AoE, so it's kinda okay for grinding in PvP, but honestly, there's nothing special about it. I guess it could shine if you have got the skills to pull off some sick combos, but overall, it's just a disgrace to Fujitora. This one is definitely C tier. Dragon is really bad for grinding due to the skills having knockback and having like only 2 AoE moves. Trust me, I was a main for a long time. This fruit is Mr. Beast. If you've got the spiky trident and Gothiaman, you literally own the grand line. Once you transform, you're practically untouchable with a whooping 62.5% damage reduction. The only bummer I see is it's not that great for fighting on air, but definitely S tier. The crocodile fruit is okay at first, but gets really good when awakened. It's great for fighting with strong hits and fast moves due to its good hitboxes. It also has some great one-hit combos. Being a Logia type helps a lot when you're grinding. Just be careful around water enemies because you will take double damage. Speaking of taking care, be careful around My Hero Academia fans. I would say the sand fruit is better than the flame fruit, ranking it in higher B tier. For this one, I don't want to insert a joke here based off the name. The dog fruit, when it's all awakened, is a total champ. It is not just good for grinding levels cause of its type, but it's a beast in PvP too. But hey, here's the catch. Never, and I mean never, go up against ice users. It's easily countered by them. This fruit is like a solid B tier player right under fire. Blizzard fruit is so nice for grinding, man. It is an elemental fruit and deals large AoE attacks. Plus, it's a gem when it comes down to sea beast hunting and raids. In PvP, its combo potential is just fire or icy. This fruit is a total all-rounder. I mean, it can do pretty much anything. That's why I am placing it right into A tier. Did you know that's now called pain instead of paw? Yeah, it's straight up garbage. I mean, seriously, I haven't seen anyone using it. It's something that hunts will use. It's useless for grinding and pretty much a wheelchair for PvP. Sure, if you got the skills, maybe you could do some sword combos or something else with it. But overall, what the fuck? But overall, there's nothing remarkable about this fruit. It's a solid D tier, no doubt. Rumble? That's your go-to for grinding thanks to those huge AoE hits. When this fruit awakens, it brings some serious damage and combo potential, and especially if you're using a sword in PvP. Plus, that C move that you can use to dodge everything. I might not be a Rumble user, but let me tell ya, I've been killed by one-shot combos very often. The real downside, you can't hit rubber users with this fruit, but even with all this, bonus, I don't think it's S tier materia. It's a strong candidate for the high A tier though. Next is Spin Fruit. Now just like the Rocket Fruit, the Spin Fruit can actually be used for farming because of AoE and some good combos. It also has some decent combos you can pull off, so it's not completely useless for PvP either. But like every other common fruit, it's garbage. The Spin Fruit is easily a D tier. Portal is the king of mobility in the game, no doubt. It's like a dream come true for runners. This bad boy is perfect for both gun and sword mains, and let me tell you, it's an absolute blast to use. People grab this fruit for traveling around, but it's also pretty handy for farming and for PvP. Basically, every move has AoE and stun. But hey, don't make this your main fruit, cause its damage is kinda low, and it's also lacking in ranged moves. Still, all said and done, this fruit is my top pick in the A tier, hands down. Magma is amazing for grinding and PvP when awakened. It deals serious AoE damage, and it has like 2 of the highest DPS moves in the entire game. This fruit is crazy when grinding CBs and against players that fight on the ground. You can also walk on the water with it, so you can really feel like I show the Mies. But I am an ass, so this goes into B tier. The newly added Sound Fruit is super fun and cool to use, you know? With its quick cooldowns and AoE attacks, it's awesome for farming. In PvP, it's a solid choice, especially if you're playing with a team, when the tempo meter is full. Even if you're flying solo, this fruit still rocks in PvP due to its fantastic mobility and damage output. However, before maxing out that tempo meter, you're a bit sluggish in the air. Yeah, that was some British word there, blood. And the auto-aim attack deals less damage when hitting an enemy multiple times. Overall, this fruit sits comfortably in the A tier. Now the barrier fruit might not be your go-to for farming, but holy Bartolomeo, it's an absolute beast in PvP. It's got these insane one-hit combos, a bit tricky to pull off, but once you do, it's kinda broken. To be honest, just like Cube Ink, my bro, all things considered, it's actually pretty decent. So I would say it comfortably wanders into the B tier. Butter is so overpowered. The moment you awaken the first move, you become the strongest on Blox Fruits. Not only is this the best grinding fruit, but also the best for like PvP. With the new sword reworks on update 20, especially Darkblade, you become so broken, and paired with the new fighting style and Cyborg V4, you basically have the meta. Also, this fruit has the best combo in the game, called the M1 combo. That's why I'm a Buddha main, so Sengoku goes into S. Control is bad for grinding due to the lack of AoE, but let me tell you, in PvP, it's a whole different story. It suits everyone out of you there, cause it brings awesome stuns, sweet mobility and crazy combo potential. The cooldowns are alright, but here's the catch. The attacks only work within the room, and some moves are too easy to dodge, like that levitate thing, B tier. Venom does 2 things, perfect for both grinding and PvP. That poison damage is super annoying and broken for opponents, plus the overall damage output is just great. What's cool is it even works in midair, and once you transform, the attack and defense also increase. But hey, when you pair it with Cyborg V4 and God Human, it's like unlocking cheat codes in GTA. Makes it one of the top picks for bounty hunting. The only real downside I see is that there are so many effects on screen that might mess with your eyes more than 7 deadly sins during the battle against Escanor. Easily as. Oof. For this one, I don't even have the right words for it. Every single attack is bad. The damage output is as high as Bellamy beating Luffy. It's downright terrible for PvP and grinding, since nothing you do actually even hurts the NPCs. The only real use is running away or getting some raid chips. I'm sticking it into the lowest low row. Mammoth is like Blizzard, but with full body hockey. Unlike in the anime, this thing rocks in sea events, especially when paired with the shark race. You can keep spamming that stampede ability endlessly. So great for grinding. But watch out, it's got some serious one-shot combo potential for PvP. With the newcomer bonus and all that untapped potential, I would say it's in a low S tier. There are still fruits that are stronger. Well, Spike is just mid. There's really nothing special about it compared to the other common fruits. The damage output is also like mine in real life. It's bad for grinding, so just an average fruit that doesn't excel in any area. So I'm tossing Spike straight into D tier. Big Mom is just as nice as her fruit. It's pretty decent for grinding. Additionally, all its moves are AoE and the punches deal crazy high damage. As for PvP, I haven't personally tried it out, but rumor has it that it's a one-shot combo machine, making it really unbeatable. Also, those healing spirits you summon have infinite range, so you can heal yourself up from the Hidden Leaf Village. But real talk, the moves are slow, so A tier. So unlike an anime where Luffy's rubber fruits are a total game changer, in Blox Fruits, it's like shitting while sweating. Sorry. First off, it's not great for grinding, and when it comes to PvP, hitting someone with rubber moves is impossible. It's tough. Plus, there's no transformation until we maybe get gear 4 or 5. Until then, this fruit is sitting low, in the D tier. Alright, let's talk about the new Ghost Fruit. When it comes to grinding and PvP, it's decent. Thing is, it is not the best for combo starters. But yeah, sure, it's kinda cool that there is almost no cooldown and a very short cast time. The fruit gets even stronger when paired with the Ghostbusters move, because the created ghosts imitate every attack you do. Then there is also the resurrection passive, reviving with 50% HP, which makes this fruit even better. But hold up, here's the deal, pair it with something like the Sanguine Art, Ghoul Race and Hollow Scythe, and suddenly it's got some huge potential. Still, I think it's C, but wait, it's reviving to B tier. Chop Chop Fruit. It makes you completely immune to all sword attacks. You would think that would make it super high tier, but here's the thing. Bosses can still hit you just fine, but more importantly, the actual damage of the fruit is terrible. Like really bad. I wouldn't use it for farming at all. Therefore, the only real use is trolling a bit with it. This one is a huge disgrace to God Foggy in the D tier. Spider. It's pretty good using it against other people, cause it has high combo potential and it also has like a really high damage output. Now, the catch is that all moves need to be hold to deal maximum damage. The moves are also easily countered by dragons or flame fruits burn, for example. In terms of grinding, it's not that good actually. So don't touch it if you plan to grind. Yeah, B tier. Once it's awakened and fully powered up, this fruit is like the second coming of Jesus Christ in PvP scene. Those one-shot combos are a pain to deal with, I swear. Every Doe player seriously needs to touch the grass. You are meant, Fiji. Reason being that farming bounty will become their whole personality. Fruit's damage is just sky high. It's got these crazy AoE and stun attacks too. For grinding, meh, it is alright. But who really picks Doe for that, right? This fruit is okay for grinding, but let's be real, it's made for PvP. The ice fruit is good for farming, since it is an elemental Logia fruit. And for PvP, ice is amazing, if you have no life and spend time mastering it. There's so many potential one-shot combos, but this works best on the ground with V2. But hey, you can walk on water with ice a bit like Jesus. I would rank Awakened Ice in a higher B tier. The Love Fruit is really broken for PvP, and that is due to the stun moves and instinct break, which really give it an edge for combos. If this isn't enough, you can also summon an NPC that can help you drastically. The Love Fruit is fun to use, but also deals a high amount of damage, and this is why I'm going to put it into the B tier. Yeah, you heard right, B tier. What are you gonna do about it? The Bomb Fruit actually pumps out some pretty solid damage with its AoE damage, and also it is nice for grinding. However, for PvP, especially at long range, the Bomb Fruit is pretty useless, just like Fortnite plays. But overall, it still makes for a good beginner fruit. Therefore, I would feel comfortable ranking the Bomb Fruit in the D tier. Rob Lucci's Leopard is decent for grinding due to the low cooldown transformation and high damage. As for PvP, this fruit is broken. The only downside I see is if you are untransformed because your moves won't break the instinct. But still, this fruit goes in the S tier. Quake is by no means the best for grinding due to its high knockback. As for PvP, it's actually pretty solid due to the easy and high damage combos. The cooldowns are too long though. Through the awakened form, it hits harder than the bells used by my dad when he noticed I play Blox Fruits. But still B tier. Okay, so let's talk about the Diamond Fruit. It's great for all you Zoro stand sword mains out there because of the defense buff it gives you. But let's be real, every move it has is just so boring, meh. Especially when you look at what other fruits can do. Plus, the low damage it dishes out doesn't do it any favors. It's a letdown for both PvP and grinding, you know? So I would say this one falls into the C tier. Kind of like Diamond Jozo in One Piece. Now the Flame Fruit. This one is good for grinding since it is an elemental fruit. But what really makes Flame solid is its awakening. When awakened, Flame becomes really strong. Not just for grinding but also PvP. All of the moves are breaking instinct. And it also has a fast flight move. But don't get a donut hole. So overall, I would rank the Flame Fruit in a low B tier. But did update 20 change the fruit meta? No, it didn't really. But there's something else that will change you and your Blox Fruit skills. And that is by watching this video here. Go watch it, you bastard.